I have Major General Muhammad Ali Shah on the broadcast to share his opinion on this story. Now, Major Muhammad Ali Shah, a very good morning. We have learned that Taliban has now placed new restrictions on women, ordering employees to stay at home. What is your take on it?
See, Taliban, you can't expect anything better out of Taliban. In fact, a few days back, about when they're taken over, they had mentioned that they will give amnesty to people, look after, give rights to women and such things. And they had even, there's Zohaib Mujahid, in fact, the spokesperson had even said that while we train our people how to treat women with respect, until then we would request them to stay at home. Do you need training for people to learn how to behave with women? Isn't it something that comes naturally? Like for in the army, for us, chivalry is ingrained in us. We know how to conduct ourselves as a gentleman. That's why we know that the gentleman get it when we go for training. But you know, when Taliban imposes such restrictions, I think it is rather ridiculous and they will pay for it at the end of the day. It will come back biting them only. So it is the women, I commend the women of Afghanistan who have actually taken up arms against Afghanistan, who are protesting, who are speaking for their rights. So it is rather really very ridiculous, in fact, when Taliban, and as I've mentioned earlier as well, I would like to say it once again and restate that Taliban is very brave when it comes to showing their robe, showing their authority towards women. Like they will only go and they'll cane women, they'll kill children, they will only harm the unarmed. That is where their bravery is limited to, not beyond that. So I think it doesn't come as a surprise to me because I know it is not a changed Taliban. They are determined to take the country. Earlier, I would say 250 years, but after the government has been formed, I would say thousands of years, in fact.
Right, because when Taliban came to power, they had promised a new Taliban. But what we can see is that there is nothing new. Even years back in the 1990s, when Taliban came to power, women were not allowed to go to school. They were not allowed to work. And it's the same situation here. What would be your comments on this?
You know, it is these people in the Talibanis, they have no idea about what the Sharia law means. Even in countries like Iran and Saudi Arabia, there is Sharia law. And of course, women are suppressed there as well. It's not that they are not, they are. And it is rather unfair. So, but you know, I will tell you, it's very simple. My advice to Taliban would be, if life on this planet has to exist, we need both man and woman. So how can we say that a man is superior to a woman or a woman is superior to man? If Eve was tempted by Satan, so did Adam yield to Eve's temptation. And also, one thing, you'll agree with me over here, I'm certain of that. No, let's accept the fact, let's hear me out, okay. God created man first, man came in this world first. But then God said, I can do something better than this. And that is when he created a woman. So Taliban must understand that women they are not for Taliban. They're just there's some creature or some machine to produce children. That's what a minister of theirs had given a statement that women in Taliban in Afghanistan should only produce children. That's how ridiculous and how regressive and what a sick mentality. I really rebuke that. So now when they come to understand, it is only because of the women that they can take their country forward. Otherwise, they have no scope in hell. Why is India progressing? Because now our ladies can even join the armed forces in combat roles. They can even join the National Defense Academy. Some people can joke about it or whatever, but that is the way forward.
Right. Now, Major Muhammad Ali Shah, this Ministry of Women has been replaced with a Ministry of promotion of virtue and prevention of vice. What do you have to say about this change, and what do you think will be the impact of this change?
It is going to have a very, very negative impact on them, and they are going to buy it ultimately. Because let's have common sense. How can you have the Ministry of Women being replaced? I mean, this is like the biggest joke actually you can actually think of. So certainly Taliban, now when I say Afghanistan, I mean Taliban is really going to buy it because firstly they will not be having support from the international community. Everyone is going to be laughing at them. They're going to be the laughing stock. And of course, if they see that China is going to fund them forever, they are sadly mistaken. China, anyone for that matter, will not give a free fund forever. Pakistan has no fund, so Pakistan will not fund them. And the women especially, and you know the most ridiculous part is the women, the lady journalists, anchors in Pakistan, who also support, very ironical, who support women's rights, are supporting Taliban. You can just look at the irony over here. And of course, Taliban, like hypocrites, they went to a hospital over a month back when they took over Afghanistan. And they told the women doctors over there, "You are a sister, and we are so proud of you. Continue doing the good work that you're doing. Nobody will interfere in your work. So continue with that." But actions speak louder than words. They didn't really mean it. Then Suhail Shaheen, their other spokesperson, declares that they will not have co-ed education for women, but they'll allow them to study and do jobs. But they're not doing anything of that sort. Here, the minister who comes to power says that women are only there meant for producing children. How ridiculous! So, I mean, certainly it is going to come around and hit Taliban only at the end of the day.
Right. Now, when a country doesn't have Ministry of Women Affairs, what happens to the women and who will be protecting their rights? Because as we can see, Taliban doesn't care. Afghanistan had a Ministry of Women Affairs, but now that has been disbanded. But now who will stand up for women? Who will ensure that the women get the right to education, the women get the right to go to work, the women get the right to exercise their choice? What happens to that now? Because as we can see, Afghanistan has only been regressing now instead of progressing.
Exactly, you are bang on there. You know, when we talk about the whole world is talking about women empowerment and how women should be given the rights, and how in some countries they have not been given their due. Taliban is actually going to buy it because they do not realize they are not going to be focusing on where the actual potential, the actual talent lies. It's a known fact. If you take any board results of any country, anywhere, any exam results, the girls have always fared better than the boys in average per se. You see the top of the class, always girls. So now when Taliban takes out the rights of the women, who is going to fight for the rights? Very good question. I think the women in Afghanistan are really going to get more aggressive because you cannot suppress them for too long. They are the modern women of the 21st century. They will not take it lying down. They have already picked up arms and they are going to come down very, very heavily in Taliban. They do not know who they have messed with this time. They have messed with the wrong sect this time. They are really, they think male dominance is the only way. No, they will really buy it. And who will talk for women's rights? Well, when we talk of international community, but what has the international community done despite having terrorists, Rajuddin Haqqani as the interior minister, which is equivalent to a home minister in their cabinet? So it is going to be the women internally, because society will not realize something, the women over there. The society will not change unless and until they change their own selves. And the women in Afghanistan, when they actually speak for themselves, hell is going to pay for the entire Taliban. And I think this is going to be an organization, a government, a cabinet which is going to be falling because all the women are going to be protesting big time. Behind every successful man, there's a woman. They say, behind every successful government, there is a woman again. Here, they are going to be proving the policy that behind their unsuccessful government, it was because there was no woman with them. So women in Afghanistan only have to speak up for themselves, because if they do not speak for themselves, others would also not be able to speak for them. It's like, me speaking up for you or for anyone for that matter. If I'm speaking for somebody there and that person backs out, says, no, it's okay. I do not want anyone to speak for myself. I am capable of speak for myself, and the person is not capable of speaking for themselves. Then I have a solid figure to state. So the international community also would not be able to do much if the women in Afghanistan do not emerge stronger than this. And I think the women in Afghanistan are going to only emerge stronger than the restriction that Taliban has imposed on them now.
Right. Major Mohammad Ali Shah, thank you for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your insights on this particular story that we are tracking on the broadcast.